I'm on my couch watching the World Cup. Argentina's playing, and an ad pops up on my phone. Bet $100, win $683. I'm already cheering for Argentina. So, the universe is offering me 683 free dollars for it. Sounds like a great idea, right? I consider it, but I don't tap it right away. Somewhere in the back of my head is every adult who ever told me gambling is a sin. But who cares about sin anymore? Why would I leave almost $600 sitting on the table? If you felt that way, this video is for you because I did the homework so you don't have to. During my research, two things really surprised me. About 70% of accounts lose money on prediction markets, and the top 1% of users capture more than 76% of the winnings. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why most people lose and what it takes to be on the winning side. I want to answer five honest questions. What is a bet on prediction markets really? Is it a good bet? Who wins and how? When does betting actually make sense? And can you actually get rich on these markets? Let's start simple. On Kalshi, when you place a bet, you're actually buying a contract. Every contract pays out exactly $1 if you're right and 0 if you're wrong. Every contract has a price, the amount you'd pay for a shot at that $1 reward. And the price decides your payout. Payout equals your bet amount divided by the price of the contract. Buy a contract worth 20 cents and your payout is 100 divided by zero point 0.2, $500. But if the contract costs 80 cents, your payout is 100 divided by zero point 0.8, just $125. So how is this price set? In a fair game, the price is simply the chance of winning. Likely things are priced higher, unlikely things lower. So that 20-cent contract is unlikely. It happens only 1 out of 5 times. That's why it pays a high $500. The other 4 out of 5 times, you lose your 100. The bet pays more only when it's riskier. A higher payout really means a higher chance that you lose your money. Take my Argentina ad. Winning the whole World Cup is a long shot. Kalshi gives Argentina about a 13% chance. And since the probability is the price, this ad is really offering 13-cent contracts. So if I buy $100 of them, 13 times out of 100, Argentina wins, and I get the $683 payout. The other 87 times, Argentina doesn't win, and I lose my $100. The ad shouts that $683 payout, but hides that I have a very high chance of losing my 100 completely. And more importantly, that's not the only thing the ad hides. Let's calculate the fair payout for a 13-cent contract. I pay $100, so my payout should be 100 divided by 0.13, which is $769. Not the 683 Kalshi is offering. That's a difference of $86 on a single $100 bet. So, where did that money go? And what does it mean for my chances to win? Hold that thought, because that gap is the whole game. And to see it clearly, we need the math. To understand the math, we need to calculate the expected return of a bet. Expected return is how much value you can derive from a bet, weighing both scenarios, the one where you win and the one where you lose. To understand expected return, let's look at the simplest bet in the world, a coin toss. We all know a coin lands heads or tails, 50% of the time each. A coin contract should cost 50 cents. Put in $100 and you buy 200 contracts. If it lands your way, you get $200. Half the time you win 100, half the time you lose 100. Add it up and your expected return is exactly zero. Toss it once, and sure, you might get lucky and win, but make it a habit, bet again and again, and you stand to gain nothing. On Kalshi, though, the contracts are not completely fair. Kalshi adds a small fee and a spread to every bet, which quietly cuts your winnings. If a coin toss was offered on Kalshi, both sides, heads and tails, cost about 51 cents. That extra 1 cent is the spread, a toll you pay whichever way you bet. Then Kalshi's fee of 1 and 3 quarter cents lands on top. So a coin flip contract costs 52 and 3 quarter cents instead of 50. To buy the same 200 contracts, you pay an extra $5.50, win or lose, and that quietly moves your expected return from 0 to minus 550. So on Kalshi, a bet is already a losing bet. Your expected return isn't 0. It's a little below zero. Now, back to my Argentina ad. Remember the $86 that went missing? That's it. That's this exact same fee, just hidden inside the payout. 13 times out of 100, Argentina wins, and I pocket 583. The other 87, I lose my 100. Add it up, and my expected return is minus $11. I hand the app $100, and before Argentina even kicks off, it's really worth about 89. One thing to notice, the coin toss cost me 550. This long shot cost me 11. The flashier the payout, the bigger the bite, which is exactly why the ad screams a giant 683. And the math works the same no matter what you bet on. The discovery of aliens, a sports team winning, or sadly, wars around the world. If an event is a sure thing, the payout shrinks. If it's rare, the payout is huge. So every bet is set up to balance out, to break even. But at Kalshi's fee, and every one of those break even bets is really a small loss. The whole board, long shot, coin flip, sure thing, isn't zero. It's slightly negative every single click. Which raises the obvious question, if the math is a guaranteed slow loss, what does that actually look like across millions of real people? We looked at the math, now look at the real world data, and the scoreboard is ugly. Some of this is Kalshi data, some is Polymarket data. Casual bettors like me on the couch are donating money on prediction markets. Evidence 1, the Roosevelt Institute estimates ordinary Kalshi users lost about $583 million dollars net from launch of Kalshi to May of 2026. Evidence 2. According to CNBC, using data Kalshi shared with them, more than 70% of Kalshi traders were unprofitable over the last 6 months, losers to winners nearly 3 to 1. Evidence 3. On Polymarket, an academic study of more than half a billion trades found the top 1% of users captured about 76% of all trading gains. And the Wall Street Journal's analysis of more than a million Polymarket and Kalshi accounts found the top one tenth of 1%, fewer than 2,000 accounts, took 67% of profits. That is not a friendly betting pool. That is a tiny few at the top, and everyone else losing money. Evidence 4. Sportico found Kalshi retail app bettors lost about $117 million in 2026 from January through April, losing roughly $15 for every $100 bet on the platform. It's the same warning sign. The bets are stacked against casual bettors. So, yeah, you can absolutely win big ones. You'll feel like a genius. You'll tell your friends. That's the trap. Over time, the data matches the math. Every bet is designed to make you lose money. Which raises the real question, if most people are losing, who's on the winning side? And is there any way to be on the winning side on Kalshi? But before the how, let's talk about who actually wins. It's not you and me betting $100 on the couch. On Polymarket, the top 1% of accounts took 76% of all the gains. And most traders who finished ahead had over $500,000 in activity. The winners are whales, not casual bettors. So, how do these whales win so consistently? It always comes down to one word, an edge. An edge, put simply, is you knowing something the market ignored or something the market doesn't know yet. So, if you want to win, here's the idea to tattoo on your brain. You are never betting on who wins, you are betting on whether the price is wrong. Whether your team is likely to win is irrelevant. The market already knows, and the payout is already shrunk for that certainty. An edge can appear in two forms. Let me show you both with our coin toss. Edge 1. The price is wrong because the market is ignorant. Imagine the coin is a normal 50-50 coin, but the market's gone crazy and is pricing the contract at 60 cents. You know heads is really 50%, so you buy the underpriced tails, and over time the math pays you. You didn't predict the future, you just spotted a mistake in the price. Edge 2, the price is wrong because you know something the market doesn't. Now the price says 50-50, but the coin's been secretly weighted to land heads 70% of the time, and you're the only one who knows. That's an information edge. You bet heads and you win. That's it. To win, you need one of those two things. You can prove the price is wrong, or you know something the market doesn't. No edge, then it's a fair coin and a fee, a slow, guaranteed loss. Without an edge, it isn't investing. It's just donating politely. So, who actually has the edge? Not you and me on the couch. It's quant funds with models that price everything before you've read the headline. It's bots arbitraging tiny gaps in milliseconds. It's the sharp bettors who got banned from the normal sports books for winning. So they all came here because an exchange doesn't ban winners. And the insiders betting because they know they can't lose. You're sitting at a table with the pros, and the seat was reserved not for you but for your money. So, should you bet on Kalshi? Let me bring it back to that ad. If you're lucky, you win the first one. And that is exactly what the app is counting on. Because that little hit turns you into a regular, and the regulars have lost $583 million. And be genuinely careful here. This thing is built to hook you. It's on your phone, it's open 24/7, it flashes ads and notifications all day, trying desperately to get you hooked. You might think you won't get addicted, but here's what addiction specialists are seeing. UCLA's Gambling Studies program says they're now seeing a wave of young people whose first ever gamble was an app exactly like this. Now, my honest advice, both sides of it. If you can genuinely, consistently manufacture an edge, spot mispriced odds, or truly know something the market doesn't, then yes, you can make some money. And Kalshi is honestly one of the fairest places to do it. No hidden wig, and they won't ban you for winning. But be real with yourself about how hard that is. And if you're just me, on the couch, cheering for Argentina, tempted by a number in an ad, stay away. Block it if you have to. Because I finally figured out the answer to my own question. Why leave free money on the table? The money was never on the table. I was. Thank you for watching The Purple Wolf. Consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. Share the video with your friends and family to help them make an informed choice about these markets. Are you up or down on Kalshi? Tell me in the comments.